Some of y'all got some trifling ass kids. I'm gonna tell y'all about y'all kids tonight. Come on in. Sit down. My black ass was on time tonight. Ooh, my legs are sore. Just got in from the gym. I got a couple money orders in the mail today. Excuse me. Miss Annette Miller over there in Grifton, North Carolina. And Jocelyn McLean over there in Hillsboro, Alabama. So, I think I already have Susan Brown and Peggy's shipping address. Because remember I told you I had to wait for some money orders to come in so that I could gift their books. Oh, that's the wrong password. I'm trying to sign into my laptop. Hold on. So, Susan Brown, I think I have your mailing address already. I think you inboxed it to me. So let me just check to make sure that I have it. But I'm pretty certain that I do. And Peggy, I think you already sent me yours as well. Let me just go in here real quick. I got some things to say about y'all trifling children. Some of y'all got some trifling children. In particular, I'm talking about these teenagers, these young adults. I'm gonna help y'all tonight with how you raising some of these trifling children. I'm just checking these addresses, make sure I have everybody's address because I'm shipping more books tomorrow. Where is Peggy? Peggy, what's your last name? Peggy somebody. Peggy Mitchell? Is it Mitchell? Yes, Peggy Mitchell. See how I been remembering your names? Peggy, I need your address to ship you this book. Somebody gifted you a book. Hey there. I need your shipping address to gift you the book. See, I be asking y'all for information. See, y'all be so busy trying to gather me for not being on here on time. But when I ask y'all for specific stuff, I'm gonna need y'all to do it the first time I ask. Like I shouldn't have to keep coming on here asking y'all for stuff. See, I'm gonna get them together like they be trying to get me together. So like Peggy, I know I had asked you before. Peggy Mitchell Span, I had asked you before to send me your address because somebody is gifting you the first book. So like, I don't have time to keep coming on here asking y'all for the same thing. Like this is taking away from my time. I need your shipping address to gift you the book. Okay. And then Susan Brown, let me see if you sent me your address. See this is like backstepping. I got to go back and do all of this. Okay. Susan Brown sent me her address. Girl, is that... All right, Susan Brown already sent me her address. So I'm going to ship y'all books out tomorrow. I'm going to be shipping out Annette Miller's books tomorrow as well. So I'm going to sign those and get those shipped out. If you're interested in ordering books, you can. My Cash App is The Writer. The Writer. And a picture of me will come up. One book is $20, two $36, three $54. And then once you send the money through the Cash App, make sure that you inbox me your shipping address so I don't have to come back and do, like I just had to do with them. I'm sore. Right, we trying to get y'all together, right. All right, so listen. We need, I think, 5 more orders to fulfill the So Much to Say podcast order. We need 5 more. Now, do I need to go... Let me see. I'm in a gathering mood now. Let me get over here to this. Let me get over here to these orders and see who ordered. Cause see, it was a list of y'all who said you were ordering. Darlita says she was ordering. Leslie, Michael Bentley, Adrian, Carolyn, I think that's Carolyn Denise down there in Dallas, Gigi, Wisdom, LaShayla. I haven't seen an order from you. Now, these are the orders that I received. Sherry Morris, Angela Horton, Charlotte Doleman, Jocelyn McLean, Gwen Roseborough. And Gwen, thank you for your note. I appreciate your note. I do read your notes. She says, thank you, Craig. I'm Tiffany Smith Bell's coworker. I love watching you while we're at work. So I do read your notes. Thank you. John Clark, I got an email. He got an order. John, you'll get your books tomorrow that you ordered, or book. Antonio Helm, I got an order from him. Michelle Murray, Tiffany Smith, Glenda Richardson, Angela Twyman, Adoblin Daniels. That's all the orders I got. So for all of you that were on here last week carrying on about you needed to order, and Darren Brown, where your order? Come on, we know you ordered in the last one. I had to cancel it. Go ahead and place your order. And then these people that I named, LaShayla, Wisdom, Gigi, who were trying to get me together for being late last night. That's what you could have been doing with your free time when you were waiting for me to come on last night. You could have been over there ordering this t-shirt, hoodie, or whatever it is. Carolyn, Adrian, Marion Bentley, Leslie, and Darlita. And then let me get over here to my list of what I wanted to talk about tonight. Now I done got y'all together. No, Friday is not too late. Gigi is supposed to order hers on Friday too. Yeah, you did. Oh, I got you on my note right here. Sherry ordered hers. Sherry was supposed to order hers today, and she did. So yeah, Gigi. All right, so I retract that. My apology, Gigi. But the rest of you, trying to get me together last night because I was out enjoying the damn Taco Tuesday. They trying to get me together. You had homework. Y'all had homework. You could have been right over here ordering this merchandise. But no, you on there trying to light me up on Facebook. And then in the So Much to Say podcast pen pal group. You know I got to get you together. You know I got to get you together since y'all got me together yesterday. Y'all got me together yesterday. That's okay. But tonight is my time. Okay, Leslie is Friday too. Let me put her up here with Gigi. Leslie and Gigi, Friday. It's not too late. The people that already ordered just got to wait. They just got to wait for their stuff. Because, see, we waiting for y'all with these Friday orders. All right, then let me get on y'all little trifling ass children. Y'all, let me get on y'all little trifling ass children. Y'all trifling teenage children. Listen, let me tell y'all something. So I went to the gym. And after the gym, my friend Rashard and I grabbed something to eat. So I told him, I said, well, I'm going to treat you to something to eat. Hold on, because Valerie, she's standing in the back yelling. Valerie, it's So Much to Say podcast hoodies, V-necks for men and women, crew neck t-shirts for men and women, and let me put Wisdom down for Friday. Wisdom. See, I got to be keeping tabs on them because, see, the weekend been in Kane. They be out at a happy hour. Let me get this link for y'all. Hold on. Because, see, now they talking about they going to order. Let me get this link. Hold on. Let me get the link. I'm going to go ahead and pin it right in this conversation we having tonight. Hold on. Let me get y'all right together. And then I'm going to come back to y'all children. Hey, LaShawn Marsh. I'm going to put it right down here in these comments, but I'm going to pin it so you'll see it. All right, I just dropped it in there. You see that? It says customink.com. That's where you're going to go. So we have long sleeve scoop necks for women. We have these hoodies. We have crew neck t-shirts for men and women. We have V-neck t-shirts for men and women. And it says So Much to Say podcast. Now, you see how mine shines and shimmers? They don't come like that. Marika, she blings them out. So if you want them blinged out, when you place your order, let me know that you want Marika to bling it out. And when the order comes to me, I will ship it to her at no charge to you. And then she will ship it to you. But what I'm going to have to do is, if you tell me that you want yours blinged out like mine is and like my t-shirt is, I'm going to connect you with Marika so that she can give you her pricing, so she can tell you how much it's going to cost for her to bling it out and ship it to you. All right? So that's that. Now, this is what I was about to get to. Now, some of y'all got some trifling ass children. So me and my friend Rashard, we went. So I said to Rashard, I'm going to treat you to a little bite to eat after we leave, because Quietus is kept. You know that P.O. box that y'all be sending these money orders to? That's my friend Rashard's P.O. box. And so then he brings me my money. Because I ain't got no money for no P.O. box, okay? I'll do that later. So it's his P.O. box. So since I've been using his P.O. box, I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and treat you to a little light nosh after we work out. And so that was what we did, right? I got some really, well, it wasn't good news, but something amazing happened today. So I'm segueing. You know how I love a good story. So I'm coming back around to y'all trifling teenage children. So I got a call from this organization in South Carolina, right? They've ordered books from me before. And today, I actually got a call last week from one of the, it's an HIV/AIDS organization. Peggy, hey girl, hey, I need you to go over there and send me your, inbox me your shipping address, please. So I can ship you the first book. Somebody gifted you a book. So anyway, they had called me last week and said, hey, we're about to place an order, another big order of books. And with this organization, they're grant funded. They're funded by the federal government. And what happens is they give out my books to their client base. Peggy, I thought you had sent it to me. Okay, if you sent it, that's fine. So they sent it, they give out the books to their client base, right? So already they've purchased 84 books from me. Somebody already pulled out their calculator trying to figure out how much that comes to. Who over there counting my money? Somebody over there counting my money. So they purchased 84 books. Look. They counting. They counting and tabulating. They ordered 84 of these. And then today they called and said, okay, we're ready to order 50. So they ordered 50 of these. So I am so grateful to them. They found me. One of the testing counselors. When I say testing counselor, like I said, they do HIV testing and that kind of. Look. Don't forget to add in tax and shipping. Don't forget to add in tax and shipping, huh? Michael Bentley, I was just talking about you. You still have been ordering this thing here. I pinned it down here. If you want to order So Much to Say podcast merchandise, T-shirt, hoodie, whatever. So anyway, they went on and ordered the books today. In fact, I was about to take a nap when he messaged me and said, hey, we're ready to order books. I woke up. Oh, call me. Get on the phone and call me. So anyway, he called me. They placed the order, and that was that. So, but he found me because he was at an HIV/AIDS conference in Dallas, I think in Dallas, like last year. And somebody there mentioned my name in the work, in the book or something. And so he ended up looking me up. He ended up finding me online and that kind of thing. And he heard like the clip that I read from here on my YouTube channel. And so he reached out and was like, oh my God, I love what you're doing. So they're trying to bring me there, but they're going to have to get that coin right. Somebody say, get that coin right, and he going to come on up there. Get that coin right, and he going to come on up there to Greenville, South Carolina. I'm ready, Greenville. Greenville, I'm ready. Get that money. Run me that money. So when they run me that money, I'm coming up there to Greenville. But anyway, so he was so excited about this book. This was last year. And so they ordered, like I said, they ordered 84 books. Half was Words Never Spoken, half was One Thing for Certain, Two Things for Sure. So then he started emailing me and was just like, oh my God, Craig, like I can't believe, like this book is so, like he was just going on and on and on and on. So not only did they order the hard copies of the book, but they also downloaded the Audible of the first book. So he's waiting for me to put the Audible of the second one out as well. Because from what he told me, that their client base, some of them are, I won't say they're illiterate, but they don't read very well. And so they have like these group meetings. I think they do like a Tuesday or Wednesday night group meeting. And what happened is they listen to the audio. So they like might play a chapter from the book and then they discuss it. Like, I think that's so dope. And so he's waiting for this book to come out. So this book came out. And because I was so grateful for them for ordering the first two, I sent him a free copy of this book. I sent the executive director of the organization a copy of the book. And I sent one of the other staff members who cut the check a copy of the book. So I sent, when this book first came out, I sent them each a copy of this. See, that was very strategic. See, that's how you get people to go ahead and support you again, right? So I sent them a complimentary book. That was my way of saying, hey, y'all, I got a new book. See me nudging them. I got a new book. I want y'all to go ahead and order it. So, but I also wanted them to know that I was grateful for their support. So I did want them to have it too. And so he's been reading this every morning. He said, and he messaged me like last week and said, Craig, listen, everybody doesn't read the Bible. Everybody doesn't read the Bible. And when they wake up, he said, and I need something to, Tamika, now you know I signed the books before I shipped. Listen, I signed all 84 of the books before I shipped those. And I signed these before I sent them. And so he messaged me last week and said, Craig, listen, he said, I don't read the Bible when I wake up. He said, but I read these. He said, every morning I wake up and I read a different quote. He said, Craig, these quotes just lay me out. He said, like, they're so good. So he said, I'm going to get the organization to order some. So they had to wait for their next round of funding to come. So it just came now. They just got their new wave of funding. So they called me today and they placed that order. So now they have purchased a total of 132 books. That's 132 bucks. Somebody calculating again. And so, but I was just really excited about it. So he's like, Craig, and I promise you, we're working on the money to bring you up here. He said the clientele, the clients, they're really excited to meet you. They want you to come. And the clients thought that I was basically standing them up. And so he had explained to them, no, it's not Craig. He's ready to come. We just have to get the money because it's grant funded. You know, grants, if you know anything about 501c3s and grant funded organizations, they have a certain amount of money that they can spend and they have to allot every single dollar. So it's like the money is already planned. So like the first quarter, they have what they're going to spend their money on, the second quarter, third quarter, whatever. So he said, there's an organization here that's going to help support or help them pay to bring me there, because he ain't going for free. He's not going for free. They were like, well, what's your honorarium? How much is it gonna cost us to bring you here? Well, you get your pen out. It's gonna cost that much. When you get that, call me. But anyway, so I'm excited. So I was excited about that. So I said to my friend Rashard, look at Sherry counting my money. She counting my money like she counting them tax dollars she just got. But anyway, so I said to my friend Rashard, all of this to go back to my friend Rashard. So I said to my friend Rashard today, I said, listen, we're gonna go work out and I'm gonna treat you to something to eat afterwards, because like I said, I've been using his P.O. box for those of you who want to send your money order through the mail. Because you don't have Cash App or PayPal or Google Wallet. But I appreciate it. Because I appreciate it. So anyway, I said, I'm going to take you to eat. Now here's the point of the story. We get over to the little restaurant. And this is where y'all little kids come in. Some of y'all got some of the, listen. And right now, because you know, we talk black shit, Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Radish Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. See, it just reminded me that I didn't say that part because I was just about to say, now tonight, we gonna get on black folks. Because you know I get on white folks, I get on gay folk. Tonight, it's black folks with children. Now, y'all want y'all little nigglets, yes, nigglets. Y'all want y'all little nigglets to have summer jobs and little jobs after work, after school, at the Chick-fil-A or at the movie theater or at the little restaurant I went to tonight, or you want them to work in the airport at the Auntie Anne's or the Pinkberry, wherever you want your kids to be working, right, for the summer, right? Hey there, Carmen. So listen. So y'all want y'all kids to have these little summer jobs, right? So they're not digging in your pockets. But I'm gonna need you to teach your children some communication skills. Why I got to be going in there carrying on with your little nigglets? Because you haven't taught them how to talk. You haven't taught them how to offer customer service. Now this ain't just black children, of course. This ain't just black children. But right now I'm talking to the black parents. I go into the restaurant. So you know when you go into a restaurant, it had like this poster board of like these, they had like these baked sweet potatoes, but they had 3 different kinds, right? So they had one that had like, they were good too. It was like a baked sweet potato, and they had one that had like avocado on it. I know it might sound crazy, but the shit was good. It had avocado, sliced avocado on it. It had spinach on it, like the spinach was like sauteed. Bitch, listen, when I say it was good, I know it might sound crazy. Then it had like this, let me pull up their menu. I'm gonna tell you exactly what was on this shit. I'm gonna tell you exactly what was on it. Because it had this sauce on it. When I say that sauce was, I said to them, give me some sauce to go. I need some sauce to go. Let me tell you what it was called. Hold on, let me find this sauce. It was a jalapeno ranch dressing sauce. Oh my God. And they had that drizzled over it, right? Ain't nobody in the background over here. That's my pillows that I was about to take a nap on earlier when that man hit me today and was like, we ready to order them books. And I got up. So I never took a nap. So let me tell you what was on it. It was a baked sweet potato stuffed with roasted turkey breast. But you know, I don't eat that shit. So I told him, don't put that on mine. Organic spinach, chopped avocado, butter, jalapeno ranch dressing, and Asiago, which is cheese. It was a cheese. I didn't put Asiago on mine because, you know, I don't eat dairy. So when you first went into the restaurant, they had this little sign with the 3 different types of potatoes. They had that one, and they had 2 other sweet potatoes that had other types of garnishes and toppings. So I'll go up to the counter, one of your daughters. I said, hi. Now listen, I'm always pleasant when I go in, especially when I'm dealing with service people. Because I don't need them spitting in none of my shit, okay? I don't need them touching my food with their naked hands after they done touched on a little nasty, bleachy dish rag. So I walk up to the counter, I said, hi. She hit me with that. I looked at my friend Rashard. I looked at her again. I said, hello. She says, hi. Bitch. Strike one. So I said, hi. I said, so the sign over here, I said, you have 3 different baked sweet potatoes. And so I'm asking her about the baked potatoes. She's sitting there looking at me like I'm speaking a foreign fucking language. I'm looking at my friend Rashard, looking at her. I'm like, bitch, we got to be on candid camera. So I'm asking her questions. She looking at me like, first of all, I'm asking too many questions. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey, come on in. Get your late asses in here. Y'all 30 minutes late. Now, y'all be trying to get me together and shit. Get in here late. Don't be trying to interrupt me when I'm in the middle of a story. You know I get distracted. You know I get distracted and I forget where I was in the story. And then sit down, all like yelling and shit from the back. I'm like, hey girl, hey, sit down. So I'm asking her questions about the baked sweet potato. So, I'm like, okay, well, what if I just get the plain sweet potato and I just add my own little garnishes on it? Because I didn't want the turkey. I didn't want all of that shit on there, right? So she looking at me like, just no customer service, right? And so my friend Rashard ordered first. And so the girl, so he first ordered a full baked potato. And then when we looked at it, he was like, oh, that's a lot of calories. He said, well, what's this little half a portion? So she said, oh, yeah, well, the half a portion is half the price, da-da-da-da. So he said, you know what, just give me the half a baked sweet potato. So she's going to say, so you want the whole one and the half? She not even listening. She not even listening. So he said, no. So meanwhile, I'm tapping on my friend Rashard's foot. I'm stepping on his foot like, she got to be kidding. So he says, no. I don't want both. He said, I want the half portion instead of the full one. She, oh. So then I step up and I'm ordering. So I'm adding my little toppings to my baked sweet potato. And so I said to her, so I'm looking at your meatless pastas. I think it's called meatless eats is what they call it. So I said, so I have a question. I said, the zucchini garden pasta and the zucchini grillini and the spinach veggie wrap. I said, which one is the most popular? She looking at me like I just asked her for the winning lottery tickets for the next drawing. She like, so I'm looking at her like, I said, which one is most popular? I'm like, maybe she didn't hear me. Which one is most popular? So then she just says, the zucchini grillini. And I'm sitting there thinking, is she being serious or she just telling me, nigga, just go ahead and order something. I don't give a fuck. Like, I was like, so that's the one that's most popular? She's like, not yes. Yeah, Like, girl, I'm not one of your friends. She told me, I'm like, now see, this is why we don't want to, this is why sometimes people don't want to hire our kids. This is why they don't want to hire our kids. They can't even talk and communicate. I said, girl, let me just get the zucchini grillini, please. And then I just took my little order. I took my little receipt and went on down, right? So that whole interaction. So I said to my friend Rashard, I said, you know she going on my conversation for tonight. I said, I'm talking about her tonight, right on my Facebook Live. He talking about, you are not. I said, yes, I am. I said, because I know some of them probably got these same kids that stand up there looking like a mute and don't open their mouth. Like, you got to communicate. No, it wasn't a black business. This was not a black business. It's a place called Jason's Deli. You guys may have it in your city. And so I'm just like, she's standing here like I'm not even talking to her. So it made me think about the other night when I was at Madison's house. We went to this place called the Juicy Crab. Now, you know I love a good demonstration, so I'm about to get up because I got to demonstrate. So I'm at Madison's the other day, and so we go over to this place called the Juicy Crab. We called in the order. So I get over there. Madison stays in the car. So I got out, go in. One of y'all daughters on her cell phone. She on her, actually, she wasn't on her cell phone. She was on the work phone. It was a cordless phone. Here she go. Yeah, because I saw y'all the other night. Yeah, the other day I saw y'all passing by. I'm sitting there like, bitch, is she having a personal conversation while I am standing here? And she, how you doing, sir? Yeah, so, and she's steadily gathering orders like the other orders, right? She gathering the other customer orders. So she got like 3 orders right here. She got like 3 bags right here, right? Yeah, because So, wait, who did you go over there with? Oh, okay, yeah, because I had saw y'all. And she just steadily having conversation. And I'm looking at her like, here come my demonstration. So here she go. Wait a minute. She said to her friend on the phone, wait a minute, what did you order, sir? Again, I'm looking around like, I know this. These are your children. These are your children. These are your children. These are your children. And then when they get fired, then y'all won't come up there arguing and cussing out the managers and shit. Hold on. So here she go. So our food is right here in the bag, right? You know I love a good demonstration. So it was a plastic bag like this. But the crab and the seafood and stuff, it was in a paper bag. You know how you go to the grocery store and you might get paper inside plastic? Well, you know the paper bag always sticks to the plastic, right? So she trying to pull the food out to verify the order, right? She's still like this. She trying to get the bag out. She done lifted the whole thing up in the air like this. But she's pulling up the paper bag. She got the paper bag, but it done pulled the whole thing up off the floor, off the table like this. She like, and she trying to shake it and shit, right? She trying to shake it to get the plastic to fall off so then I can verify the order. Instead of her dumb, retarded ass saying, girl, let me call you back. I got customers. Or at least saying, hold on, let me get this. And then just take the shit out. She's still on the phone. And I went to try to help her, and I said, you know what, I ain't helping her ass. She shouldn't be on the goddamn phone. Put the phone down, and you can do it. Baby, why we get back to Madison's house? Why we get back to Madison's house and the order wasn't right? It wasn't that it wasn't right. We'd ordered a pound of shrimp. It's like one of those broils, you know, like, and it's a whole bag. And everything is in that bag, and it's like seasoned and sauce and all that shit in there. It was like potatoes in there. It was corn in there. It was shrimp. It was snow crab legs. When I said we got to the house, and I did look at the bag, but I had never been to this place before. I've been to places here like that, but I'd never been to this place. And so, I looked at it, but you couldn't really see if it was a lot of, it was like a crab, like a crawfish broil. So they had crawfish ones, but we didn't get crawfish, but they have different kinds of bags that you can get. So I looked under it, but bitch, everything is in here. It's like Cajun sauce and like you can't see if it's a pound of shrimp in there. We got back to the house. I'm eating shrimp. And I'm looking like, well, damn, I done ate 3 shrimp and there's only like 3 more over there. Like, where the rest of the shrimp? So Madison was like, is it good? I said, it's good. I said, but this don't look like no pound of shrimp in here either. Because we're supposed to have a pound of shrimp in that bag with the snow legs and stuff. So I done already started eating on the snow legs and shit. I done ate a few of the shrimp. And so Madison said, dump it out. Because she hadn't started eating yet. She walking around the house doing whatever she was doing. So we dumped it out. Bitch, it was like 8 shrimp. Now, 8 shrimp, that does not compute to a pound. When I tell you Madison got on that phone and cussed and carried on so bad, I was embarrassed. She said, I just spent my motherfucking money. I was so embarrassed. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for everybody. Okay? Then she said to the man, yeah, because your goddamn employee was on the phone. She running her goddamn mouth on the phone. She should have checked the order. Oh, when I said she carried on, she said, because listen, if you can't just run me, you can run me my money back. You can run me my money because I just spent $50-some. No, she said, I just spent $50-some odd dollars on this shit. And it's 8 shrimp in this the goddamn bag. This don't make no motherfucking sense. She carrying on the phone. I'm sitting there like this. She said, yeah, I am coming back. She said, come on, Craig, dump all that shit back in the bag. Child, here I am sitting there, I'm dumping the shit back in the bag. I done already dumped everything out. I got to dump it back in. Got to wash my hands because I'm already in the food now. I'm already in the food. So I got to go wash my hand. I got sauce and shit running down my arms. Oh, Jesus. So I go back up there. All of this story is about your children. This story is all about your children. This story is about y'all children. That y'all want to have these little jobs and shit. These little part-time jobs after they get out of school. These little summer jobs. These little weekend jobs. And then they get to work and they don't want to perform. Or they don't speak up. They don't have good customer service. They standing there texting on their phone at work while customers standing there. So we get back in the car. She doing 90 to the Juicy Crab. I'm like this. Whiplash. Seatbelt. We get up to the Juicy Crab. I'm walking in with the bag. Sauce and shit dripping on the outside of the bag. So I get up to the counter. I said, again, I'm embarrassed. I'm not sure if you're the one that she spoke to, that she cussed out. I said, but we just called. I said, because it wasn't a pound of shrimp in the bag. He said, oh, okay. So they sent me over to the bar. I'll go over to the bar. So the manager's like, white guy. Okay. So he pulls it out. He looks at it. He said, okay, we'll get it straight for you. So he goes, comes back like 10 minutes later, and all is right in the world. All is well in the world. And we get back in the car. Well, I get back in the car, and then we head on back to the house, and we eat. And that was that. But I just don't understand, like, that's all I got to say about y'all children, okay? Now, if you know you got a child that's going to work every day, you need to be talking to them because the customer service is just at an all-time low. And then I got to be trying to teach your children how to communicate. And I can't stand when I go to the through the airport because y'all know I'm always in the airport. No, we were at the one up in Conyers, at the Juicy Crab up in Conyers. You know, I'm always running through an airport. And when I tell you, y'all, I'm trying to catch my flight. Y'all standing there, y'all children standing there talking to each other. It's like 19 people behind the counter and only 2 people working. And I'm like, we at the airport. Like, we have flights to take. Y'all standing here like we ain't got nowhere to go. Like, we at the airport. We're trying to leave. Like, you don't know what time my flight is leaving. Can you put my shit in the bag so I can go? Ooh, Jesus. All right, now, this is what I want to get to. So I was watching Love at First Sight today. No, it's called Married at First Sight, not Love. Married at First Sight. Now, I don't know if you guys watch it. It's a docuseries that comes on A&E. And I love this show. I've told you guys about this show before. They find 3 couples, and they marry them at first sight. Basically, it's like psychologists that they do like this extensive like background profile on the participants. And they basically they match them with their ideal partner based on what they say they want in a partner and all that other stuff. So I'm watching Married at First Sight today. And look at Phaedra. Y'all say hello to Phaedra so she can sit down. She coming here 40 minutes late. Tell me she just speaking. Girl, I'm trying to speak. Have a seat. She coming here talking. Go say hello to her, please. I got to go to the Walmart after I get off of here. See, I didn't even go to Walmart first because I knew y'all asses would have been trying to let me have it because I would have been a few minutes late. But I really needed to go into the Walmart to get some groceries and stuff. But I came here first and got on here. You're welcome, Phaedrian. Thank you for ordering. Look, see, that calmed me down because she said that. But Married at First Sight is one of my favorite shows, right? So I had 2 episodes to watch today because I didn't get to see it last week or last night. So they move from city to city. So this particular series, this season, they're in Boston. They found couples that live in Boston. But they've also done couples in, look at Ashley talking about I did right by coming home first. But one season they were in Chicago. Another season I think they were in Atlanta. That may have been about, I can't remember where the other seasons took place. But anyway, so I'm watching the show today. And it's only an 8-week experiment. Like, these people are literally married, but they see each other for the first time the day they get married, when they walk down the aisle. And basically, they're trusting, like, the psychologist. They're trusting he's a pastor or something? And then, like, a relationship expert. So these people will, like, counsel them through the process. Because it's only 8 weeks. And then after 8 weeks, they decide whether or not they're going to stay married or not. But, baby, when I tell you, it's such an amazing show. Like, it's really good. You know what? I wonder if I would do it. Like, I think about it sometimes. But first of all, they need to do a gay couple. They need to have a gay couple on there. But see, I don't think straight people know how to partner gay people. Because see, I have female friends that always say, oh, I want to hook you up with somebody. Girl, no, you can't hook me up with nobody. They be like, well, why not? Ellen Woods, Lynn. But here's the thing. It's not so much that I'm so picky. I just don't think that, and I know the gay people might be a little offended when I say this, but whatever. If you're being honest with yourself, you're gonna be picking up what I'm putting down. I have female friends that always want to hook me up with a guy, and they're like, "Oh, let me hook you up with my friend." I'm like, "Well, girl, you don't really know what to look for." And they're like, "Well, what you mean?" See, straight women don't really know how to vet a gay guy. Like, y'all mess around and hook me up with somebody to go to bathhouses. Because, see, they're not going to share that part with y'all. Y'all mess around and hook me up with somebody that goes to the park in the middle of the night and be fucking and sucking dick in the middle of the park in the middle of the night. Y'all mess around and hook me up with somebody to go to sex parties and stuff. And orgies. See, y'all don't know what to look for. It's okay to have standards. And to be selective. I don't like the word picky. I like selective. So there's a lot of stuff that y'all don't know how to look for. And I wonder that about about these professionals. And I'm like, would they know what to look for? And then here's another big thing that I don't know if they would know what to look for. Like, there are a lot of just people in general, but in particular in terms of, like, gay men. I would want the therapist to make sure that these gay men are comfortable in their skin as gay people. Because you can't pair me with somebody who is completely closeted at work and in his family. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be all out and walking through work telling everybody that you're gay. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if you're completely closeted... So, I mean, I would need the therapist to know how to do that part. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, so I was watching it today. And the episode today, like I said, they're together for 8 weeks. So the first day that they get married, the first day that they meet in person, they get married. The next day, the very next day, they fly away to their honeymoon. They're on the honeymoon for about 3 or 4 days or whatever. Then they come back. They have to decide if whose house they're gonna live in. Are they gonna live in the guy's house or the girl's house? So they visit each other's apartment or houses. And then sometimes they don't even live in either person's house. They might find a neutral spot because it's closer for their work or whatever. So they move in, somebody moves in, you know what I mean? So it's this whole process over this 8-week period. Well, today's exercise was about trust. And the experts told them that they needed to switch cell phones. You need to give your cell phone to your partner and let them look through it, go through it, the pictures, the text messages, whatever. Good night, Kia. Whatever. Like, let them go through your phone. Now, I can see some of y'all acting like this boy on here today. He didn't want to give up his cell phone. He didn't want to give his wife his cell phone. So he left the house. He walked out. She was like, so wait, you leaving? He didn't put on his jeans, his hoodie, and he didn't went out. She said, so you leaving? You gonna leave me? She said, you're not gonna do the exercise? He says, no, I'm not doing the exercise. And he left because he didn't want this lady to go through his. So my question is, do you guys, and this is where I'm about to get y'all together. If you were in the experiment, would you switch cell phones and let them go through your phone? I'll wait. Go ahead and plug in your answers. Would you? She's talking about, can I clean up my cell phone first? Well, you should have cleaned it up when you got married, because the experts met with them individually and told them, okay, now you guys are getting married. You should go ahead and cut off any side pieces, old dates, any snacks and pickles on the side. Like, you're supposed to get rid of all of that stuff when you go into the marriage. So you should have cleaned up your phone before. So who's saying that they would not have cleaned up? Who's saying they would not have switched phones? So what happened was, this dude, he leaves the house because he ain't switching his phone. And so for me, in that particular experiment, I would have done it. Even in real life, like now, if I was with somebody and they wanted to see my cell phone, because I think that if I was getting to that point with it, because I done told them before that I have a filthy, filthy, filthy cell phone. Like, my phone's so filthy, child, you need to just wash your hands after you touch it. That's how dirty the text messages and pictures are. Ooh, my phone is filthy. When I say my phone is so filthy, it would make me nervous when my nieces would ask to use my phone, because, you know, they would just be wanting to take pictures and shit with it. Oh, please don't swipe. Wait. Let me hold it. Oh my God, it would just give me anxiety. So then I created a file in my phone for all my filth. I have a file for all my filth. But here's the thing. If I was situated with somebody and I was getting involved with somebody, I would delete that stuff. I would, if I was serious. If I was serious about you, I would delete it. But here's what I will say about just giving your phone to people and even in the context of a relationship. Or your email, people going on your email, looking through your email and shit like that. Child, my phone is filthy, child. Child, if you touch my phone and you about to eat some French fries, you need to wash your hands first, because I don't know what's on your fingertips after you touch my filthy phone. But when it comes to your cell phone, even when you're in a relationship with somebody, or even if it's your email address, if it's your laptop, your computer, I think that even though you're in a relationship, everybody is entitled to privacy. There's a fine line between trust and having privacy. Those are two different things. And I think it's okay to have privacy. That's what I was saying to you guys before. It's an extension of what I was saying to you guys before. Remember before when I was saying to you guys how some of the things that I enjoy about being single is my time to myself. My time coming on here, or my time like today just lying around taking a nap or watching TV. I have time to myself when I want to write, like I'm working on another book or I'm editing a podcast or what. Like, so even if I got into a relationship tomorrow, like, I still want my time. But I think what's challenging for people, because the world that we live in now, unfortunately, there's a lack of trust. And so if I'm dating someone and he's like, well, Craig, can I come over tonight? I was going to spend a night. And if I said to him, well, no, what about tomorrow? Why don't you come spend a night tomorrow instead of tonight? Because I just kind of want to watch my TV shows tonight and, whatever. Most people, unfortunately, because we all have insecurities, but our insecurities are wired differently. But a lot of people would take that as, oh, well, what the fuck he doing that I can't come over tonight? And then y'all get on y'all broomstick and y'all start doing drive-bys because you think I got somebody else coming over to the house. Or you calling my phone incessantly because you think I got somebody in my house. But it's like, one of the joys of being single is having that time to yourself. And I think a lot of times, but the same is true. Like, just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean that I don't want some things to myself. You know what I'm saying? And I think privacy is very important. Yes, I'm a Taurus, and we enjoy our me time. Like, I want to be able to spend time with you in a relationship, but I also want to spend time with myself. I also want to spend time with my friends. You know, because I say this to you guys all the time. You only get one life. You only get one life, and I want to maximize my time on earth. And that means spending time alone. Like, you know, but most people just get in their feelings. If you say, well, no, I just kind of want to spend time alone tonight. Can you spend the night tomorrow? People get offended. Then they start thinking, oh, well, is this something? Are you drifting away? Do you no longer want to be in this? Did I do something? No, bitch, it ain't nothing wrong. I just need tonight. I want to lay around in my bra and panties. That's it. I don't want to take a shower until tomorrow. And I don't need you sniffing and laying up under me. I just want to be in my bra and panty and my hair rollers. And my nightgown. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to put no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may not want to put on no bra. I just want to walk around in my duster, my moo-moo. My mother used to walk around in these raggedy ass moo-moos, right? It be all ripped up under here, titty fat hanging all out on the side. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, watch your insecurities. Watch your insecurities, because you may be the person that I'm talking about. You're in a relationship with somebody right now, and because he or she says to you, well, babe, no, I don't want to get together tonight. Can I just see you tomorrow? You all in your feelings. You getting in your feelings. You upset because they don't want. It's one night. Chill out. Love is not control or ownership. Love is not control or ownership. Just because I'm in a relationship with you does not mean that you get all my time. You don't get to spend all of my time. I need some for me. I'm sharing my life with you in this relationship. I'm not giving it to you. That's somewhere in this book. I'm sharing my life with you. I'm not giving it to you. So if you checking cell phones, so all of this, I started thinking about all of this from watching that TV show today, Married at First Sight. And it's like, I watch shows, but I watch shows that, because ostensibly, there's a word, ostensibly, looking at that show, you wouldn't even think that you would learn so much or see yourself in those people on that show. But you really do, because I started to see this guy's trust issue. It was another guy, not the one who wouldn't share his phone. It's another couple. And the girl has said to him, she said something about like she want to live in different places in the world and, you know, whatever. His defense mechanisms kicked in. Because she said she wanted to live in different places in the world, all of a sudden he was just like, oh, that's a red flag. I need to get out of this. But he wanted to get out of it and saw that as a red flag because his emotions were starting to kick in. And think about yourself. Think about the times when you started to really fall for a person. And the psychiatrists or therapists or experts on this show are really good at, I don't want to say diagnosing, but they're really good at teaching, like showing us through these teachable moments, what the people on the show are actually doing. Like one of the guys said, one of the experts said to the guy, he said, you know, you're looking for a reason to run. She didn't say that she was going to pack up and move. And like he had already started creating this story in his mind of why the relationship wasn't going to work. Like it was a defense mechanism. He said, well, I need to get out of this because I didn't sign up to be living in different parts of the world. Like I signed up to be married at first sight in Boston. And so the expert was like, well, she didn't say she was packing up to move and leave. And like, what are you doing? Like, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like you're looking for a reason for it not to work. You're looking for a reason to run. It's a defense mechanism. So I started thinking about that. And one of the things that they said on the show is so true. And Angela actually said this to me a while ago. She said, Craig, it's so interesting when you're young and you're dating. You do everything in your power for people not to really see the real you. Think about that for a second. My friend Angela said to me probably like 2 or 3 years ago, she said, when you're a young person and you're dating and getting into relationships, you do everything in your power when you're dating someone for them not to see the real you, not to see that your credit is bad, not to see you pass gas, not to see you take a shit, not to see you, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, not to see you get embarrassed or whatever it is. We do everything in our power when we're young not to be seen, for people to really see the real you. We guard that, we protect that. But as you get older, so what they were saying in this thing, the show, people are really afraid to be known. People are afraid to be known because you start sending representatives. That's why people don't really show up for the first date. And I believe they don't show up the first 6 months. You don't really start to know the real person until about 6 months in. That's why for y'all that be jumping in these relationships all quick and moving in and shit. No, bitch, you can't move in with me right away. I done learned. And I done told y'all in this book. I had a motherfucker move in with me. And I was regretting it. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, like he lives here. I was so regretful. But you know, it's like, oh my God, what did I do? But like, it's like, bitch, he live here now. Like, what? So long story short, I had another story too. I got it on my list. And so people are really afraid to be known. But then as you get older, and my friend Angela said this to me, because Angela's like 55 now. And she said, but Craig, when you get older, you just want to be seen. Like you want people to see you for who you are. That's a part of that growth, though, that comes. Like you just really want people to just see your heart. You want people to see your soul. You want people to see your spirit. You know, but that comes with age. Because when you in your 20s and 30s, child, you don't want nobody to see. You don't want nobody to know you got bad credit. You don't want nobody to know you were late on your rent or your mortgage or whatever. You don't want nobody to know you got fired. You don't want people to know that you're stubborn, impatient, whatever your shit is. You don't want people to see you. But the older you get, you want to be seen. You want people to see you for who you are. But again, like I said a moment ago, love is not ownership or control. So for those of you that are in these relationships and you think that because you're in a relationship that a person's got to hand their cell phone over to you so you can just go perusing through it. Nah, bitch, that ain't how it works. Just because we're in a relationship don't mean you get to go through my shit. I still should have some privacy. Private time, privacy. Like you don't have to, because see, some of you think that because a person wants privacy, that they're looking for a way to be deceptive, that they're looking for a way to deceive you. Privacy and deception are not synonymous. Those are not one and the same. Those are not synonyms. Right? I'm going to give you an example. So now I'm going to shift to this other thing about relationships. I have a homegirl. I'm not going to say her name. But she in the first book. I got a homegirl. She used to date these men. And I can't remember who it was. Somebody said in the video from... she said in the video the other day, her name begins with a D. It's not Darlita. It was somebody else. But I responded to it today. I did respond to it today, but I can't remember her name. She said, what if you can't walk away from a relationship? What if it's just impossible? And I said, no, it ain't ever impossible. It ain't ever impossible to walk away. Now, it might be difficult. And there are instances where you know you need to walk away in your mind. You know you need to walk away, but your heart hasn't let go yet. Now, those things happen, but it's never impossible to walk away. And when I was reading, because you know I go back and I look at the video and shit like that, because I really go back to look at the video because they'd be asking me how to get the books and stuff, even though I pin it up here and down here. But I really go back to look at that so I can go ahead and send that Cash App request. So, you know. So anyway, what I wanted to say to her, it made me think about a friend of mine. She was the same way. She would get into these relationships and she would function like she didn't know how to walk away, like she didn't know how to get out of it. Like she wasn't getting what she felt she deserved or needed in the relationship she was in. And I say this in the book that I'm writing now. It's called Book of Jewels. I think it's in the chapter called Dating, maybe. We all have these defense mechanisms, right? Somebody turn the AC on, please. Stacy back there complaining and shit. Turn the air conditioner up. Charge them an extra $3 and everybody an extra $3 for that AC because that bill's going to come next month. Charge them an extra $3. So anyway, we all have these defense mechanisms when we get into relationships, and those defense mechanisms usually show themselves when we start to fall. Once we start to get really interested in the person, we start showing the fuck out, doing dumb shit. Because that's really a defense mechanism, and that's really you trying to run before you get hurt. You're trying to avoid heartbreak. You're trying to cut heartbreak off at the path. So what my friend used to do, and we try to train people on how to be in a relationship with us. But when it's organic, you don't have to teach or train a bitch how to be in a relationship with you. I get passionate. I start cussing and stuff. Sorry. But you don't have to teach a person. The goal is to be in a relationship with a person who sees and views and values relationships the way that you do. Your values and your boundaries, your relationship boundaries, like the shit you shouldn't do. Like, you don't have to explain that to a person. I shouldn't have to explain to you, well, you shouldn't be texting naked pictures to your ex or to anybody else. The reason why I shouldn't have to explain that is because if I'm in a relationship with someone whose values and relationship views mirror mine, I don't have to explain that because they already know that for themselves. Huh? So we try to train people who aren't equally yoked. This is for the church people. We try to train people who aren't equally yoked how to be in a relationship with us. You don't have to train that. If we're supposed to be together, it will congeal. It will coalesce. Right? So here's my homegirl. She would get in these relationships with these guys who really weren't in a relationship with her. They'd be doing whatever they were doing with whomever they were doing, whatever. And she would get to a point where she would get so frustrated because she's in this tug of war. And some of you are in a tug of war, right? And when I say you're in a tug of war, I mean you're in a tug of war in your relationship with the person you're with. Because you're trying to pull them this way. You're trying to teach them how to be in a relationship with you. And they're trying to pull you this way, so y'all like this. You like, well, why you got to go out every night of the week? And they're looking at you like, well, why can't I go out? But you should be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't want to go out every night of the week. You arguing with somebody who still communicating with their ex. They think it's okay to still be friends with their ex. And you arguing with him or her. Well, why you got to still be in touch with him? I'm not arguing with you about that. I want to be with somebody who knows that they don't need their ex because they got me. Like, you don't have to teach those kinds of things. And so with my friend, she would be in these relationships with these guys, and it was like her heart would be broken because she was trying to get them to be in the relationship the way she wanted them and for them to love her the way she wanted them to love her. And I think this is, so going back to the comment from the message the other day when she said, what if you just can't walk away? You can always walk away. I think sometimes pride and ego hold you hostage. I'm going to say it again because, see, they're busy talking about the air conditioning and they worrying about wine and shit and somebody just missing all of this. Somebody missing this blessing. Somebody missing this blessing because, see, he about to log off because he got to go over to the Walmart. See, they about to miss this teaching. I'm going to need you to go back and watch this video again. And go ahead and hit that share button so your friends who got these little trifling kids that work in these fast food places, they can learn too. Go ahead and share this video. Go ahead and hit the share button. Theodore, I appreciate you for always sharing the videos. Theodore always shares the videos. I'm going to say it again, and then I'm about to get off here. Pride and ego sometimes lock you guys in relationships. Okay, Peggy. Peggy said she with me. She picking up what I'm putting down. Pride and ego sometimes lock us in. And you know how that happens? Because we think that we're so amazing and we're so great. And we are. You are. But you don't have to try to convince a bitch that you're amazing or that you're great. If a person doesn't see your greatness, you don't have to teach that. You don't have to explain that. You don't have to prove that to them. And that's what my homegirl used to do. I think I shared this with you guys before. One time she was dating this guy. She met this guy like probably like a month or two. I did share this with you guys. About a month or two after she met this guy, it was his birthday. When I tell you she goes all out and all over the top because see, she had decided that she liked him. But see, she hadn't allowed herself the time to see if he liked her as much as she liked him. She didn't decide that she likes this Negro. So she didn't spend $100 on some cufflinks. You know, the cufflinks. She spent $100 on some cufflinks. And she was like the kind that just go all out of the top. She'd invite all his homeboys over to her house and she'd cook for all of these Negroes. Because she's trying to prove to this dude that she likes that I'm one of those chicks that's going to have your back. And, you know, I'm wifey material, all that kind of foolishness. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to do all of that. If a person doesn't see your greatness just in your being, just being around you and communicating with you and talk, if they don't see your light, you don't have to teach that. You don't have to prove that. You don't have to show that. So I think what happened was because she got so used to being this kind of woman that men often found irresistible, right? She couldn't handle it. Her pride and ego couldn't handle a man that wasn't bound by her spell. I've been guilty of that. I talk about that in one of these books. I can't remember which one it is. Oh, no. It's in the book that I'm writing now. Book of Jewels. I remember, I'm going to give you this little brief story. I remember, and I read a piece of this before when I shared a piece of the book with you guys. I remember I was like 20, I was 26. So you learn so much if you pay attention to your life. If you start paying attention to your life, you can learn so much. You learn from the shit that you did in the past. I remember when I was 26, so at 41, he would never do this. At 26, I was so interested in this guy because I was so impressed by him and I was so impressed with him. He was going back for his PhD. He had his own home. He was nice looking. He was dark chocolate too. He had a nice body. He was smart. You know, he was educated. So I had decided that I like him. But I didn't give him time to prove himself to me. Right? And so because I had decided that I liked him, I called him incessantly. I was 26. Now, he ain't doing that today. He gonna call you once, maybe twice. If he don't get a return call, that's it. I don't know about nobody else, but he ain't even locking your phone number in his device until you show some consistency. Because I don't need you locking up my contact sheet. I'm not even locking your phone number in until you prove yourself. That's who he is today. So anyway, I had decided I like this guy. And because, like I've shared with you guys before, I've never been a person that suffered from low self-esteem or insecurities. Now, of course, we all have insecurities, but I've never been a person that was so insecure that that I had low self-esteem or anything like that. Like I've always known, and I don't say this in a cocky kind of way. I think you all should know this about yourself. I've always known that I was the prize. If you don't know you the prize, then something's wrong. Don't be looking at me crazy like I'm being conceited. I'm not. I'm just saying you should know what you bring to the table. And if you don't know what you bring to the table, then you need to start you need to start spending some more alone time and figure out all that's great about you, right? So at 26, I didn't know all that was great about myself at the time, right? I didn't know my name. I have a friend in LA who says to me, you know, that was before I knew my name. Oh, I know my name now. That's just a phrase, right? So I know my name now. But at the time, I was so into this guy, and I had created this story in my mind about who I thought he was and what value he was supposed to bring in my life. And I had created this story about, oh, we were going to be in a relationship and da-da-da. Well, this Negro, he was all caught up in his PhD. He was trying to he was writing a dissertation, so he ain't had no time. Long story short, I was calling, trying to spend time with him and shit, trying to prove to him that I was the one and that I had all these great qualities and shit. You don't ever have to prove yourself to a person. Because if they're interested, they're going to investigate you. And when I say investigate, I don't mean like Googling you and shit like that. I mean, they're going to want to spend time with you to try to have conversation with you to get to who you are. Well, where are you from? How many sisters and brothers do you have? Oh, okay. Like they want to know who you are. They're going to make the effort. They're going to invest. But because I was who I was at 26, my pride and ego made it difficult for me to let go. How many of you are holding on to a relationship because your pride and ego won't allow you to walk away? Because see, you keep telling yourself, shit, I'm going to make him like me. You dating somebody right now, and you keep calling this man or woman's phone, and he ain't giving you the time of day, ain't returning your calls, you still leaving messages and shit. Yeah, I don't know if you got my last message. Yeah, bitch, he got it. He ain't interested. But see, your pride and ego have told you, oh, you can turn him around. You can make him interested. He just needs to spend some time with you. I'm not in the business of proving myself to anybody. If you don't see who I am, then that's your fault. That's your fault. So check yourself, because sometimes it's your pride or your ego that force you to hold on to a situation that's dead. That's dead. And I know that was true for me, and I know that's true for my homegirl that I was just telling you guys about. She used to do that shit back in the day. It was almost like she couldn't handle the rejection that everybody's not going to want you. Everybody is not going to want you. And I told myself that. I had to come to that realization years ago. Like I said, I was probably in my 20s, but before I got to 30. And I came to a harsh reality, and it was just like, nigga, everybody ain't going to be interested in you. I don't care how cute you think you are. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care how much of a visionary you think you are, how goal-driven you think you are. The reality is everybody is not going to be interested in you, and it's okay to bow out. And so I've learned to do that. You know, it still stings a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because you're like, bitch, he don't know what he missing. But fuck that. I just be like, oh, okay, whatever. And I'm not going to keep texting and calling you. That's what I'm not going to do. Because I refuse to do all of the work. I refuse to do all of the work. If you're not going to meet me in the middle, I need you to meet me in the middle of the street. I need you to meet me in the middle of the street. I'm not coming out. I'm not coming all the way over to your side. No, I need you to meet me in the middle. Because I've refused to make excuses for grown men, grown people. That's in friendships, that's in relationships, that's family. I'm not going to keep making excuses for y'all. Oh, well, why hasn't he called you? Oh, he probably got busy today at work. Look, some of y'all doing it right now, making excuses for why this Negro ain't called you back in 2 days. Well, he did say that he was having a lot of stuff going on at work, and he was really busy, or his mom got sick. Let me tell you something. If a man is interested in you, I don't give a fuck if the earth is coming to an end. Bitch, he gonna call you or text you before he closes his eyes. And on that note, you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, hit that tongue. And I hope you heard something that's going to change the trajectory of your life. Hopefully it will change the course that you're on. And if what I said tonight won't do it, it's in one of these books. Amen? Get you some of these jewels. Okay, one book is $20, two is $36, $3 $54. Cash App is the writer. Cash App is the writer. Inbox me your shipping address if I don't have it already, and they will ship out tomorrow. All right? Have an amazing night. Say your prayers. And if you don't say your prayers, just sit down and be still for 5-10 minutes and just reflect on the things that you're grateful for. Just reflect on the things that you're grateful for. Now, the kid on his way over to the Walmart. All right? I'll see y'all tomorrow, 9 p.m. And don't forget, we have a So Much to Say podcast pen pal private group. So just search that on Facebook and just go ahead and send the request. All right? Bye. You want to kiss goodnight? Here.